Servus my friends and welcome back to the Bavarian outback. Today we make a little bit survival stuff. I was wondering, because I thought back when I was younger and we went snowboarding, then we hiked up the hill at evening or at night so that we could be the first on the ride down in the fresh snow, and I'm wondering if I'm still in this condition that I can just sleep by very uncomplicated stuff by minus 10 degrees Celsius outside with not getting into trouble. So that was my thinking and that was the start of this video. This video original is in German, so I decided to make a new intro and a new conclusion round in the end. So it's 4 overnight in a row. The first one is easy with the stuff you have, like when you went snowboarding, the clothes and just a sleeping bag, a normal one, not something special, not from the army, not for especially winter, a blanket, something to where you can put underneath that you don't get cold. That's the first thing. So an easy thing, and everything without fire. That's the important thing. So 4 overnight without fire at minus 10 degrees. So the second one is just using stuff you find. Paper, cardboard, nothing else, and the clothes you have on. The third would be like the old shepherds, you know, just fur, just old cotton wool blankets and stuff like this. So a really traditional overnighter by minus 10 degrees Celsius. And the last one is taking the emergency blanket out of your first aid kit, you know, the silver and golden one, the one which is folded and which is very thin and which reflects the heat. And that's the last night. I put this for the last night because I think that will be the most uncomfortable one. Yeah, that's what it is about in this video, and I will do it here in front of my little cabin in the woods. I will change the setup a little bit, and I will put a deer camera somewhere here, and this deer camera will film me while I'm sleeping, and it will only react when I'm moving. The more I move, the more video material it will create. So that's the plan. Yeah, I put it into 2 videos. This one is the first one. It's the first and the second overnight, and the next video is the third and the fourth overnight. Yeah, that's it. So have fun with this video. So ganz schneefest ist es hier nicht. Es schneit hier schon gut rein. As you can see, it's not winter and snow proof at all. So it's snowing inside a little bit of this area. It's underneath the roof, but the snow is coming in, and I will change the setup a little bit and put the table to the front and put the second bench next to each other so that I can lay in the back of this little area in front of my little cabin. That's my first and uncomplicated setup for the first night. Just an easy sleeping bag, something underneath and an old Mexican blanket.
Not the newest stuff, but I think it will work. Next small problem, the benches are too short. Normally this is my setup for motorbike tours. I always use this Mexican blanket. Don't use the sleeping bag, just the Mexican blanket, that's enough. And the little candle for tonight that I can check the environment a little bit. Most important thing is that you are wearing a beanie overnight because you lose the most heat over your head. Deutlich länger geschlafen, als ich gedacht habe. Bin jetzt saumüde. Good morning. This was not such an impressive night for you, I think. It was very easy, it was very warm. It was minus 10 degrees, but that was really okay with this setup. Auch wenn es auf der Kamera gerade nicht so ausschaut.
Yes, this was the first night and it was really okay. It was much easier than I thought it would be. It was really cold, it snowed a little bit, it was a little bit windy, and I never thought that it will go so easy. I really sweated a little bit. That's why I put out my sweatshirt, because when you sweat and it's cold, it's more dangerous that the sweat will freeze inside your sleeping bag. So better put it out and find your level of perfect temperature. yeah, that's it for the first night. So let's check out what will happen in the second night.
So let's start with the second setup. I'm thinking that I stuff my clothes with old newspapers. My trouser, my sweatshirt, everything. And then I take old cardboard boxes and use them for underneath and use them as a blanket. That's the plan. Let's see how this night will work out. These are the cardboards I use for underneath, so that I'm a little bit insulated from down under. And I will take a little bit of newspaper for my pillow and use a big cardboard as a blanket. Using this big cardboard as a blanket is not so easy as I thought. So it's a little bit of a fight to get it underneath you and insulate you from every side. I think I have to keep my shoes on, so that's better. At this time I felt really warm, and I was wondering if it was a good idea to stuff all my clothes with the newspapers. But we will see what will happen in the rest of the night.
ideale Position.
I pushed the light a little bit to the side because I was hearing strange noises out of the forest and I want to see through so that I can check if something is approaching or not. At this time I was really happy that I left on my shoes because it started to getting really cold.
Ja, wie gesagt, weiß nicht, ob ihr mich hört. Aber mein Gesicht ist
At this
warm.
time, after a few hours, I mentioned that my face is really hot. My feet are very cold and my whole legs were very cold, but my face was
Aber es ist zumindest
glowing
nicht so,
in the
dass ich das
dark.
Gefühl habe, ich muss jetzt
If you're not able to read the German words, it says slightly snow, almost no wind, -6 degrees Celsius. This morning I was covered a little bit in snow, not too bad, just a little powder all over me.
So this was the second night and it went pretty well. It was cold, but it was not so cold like I thought it would be, because the insulation of the cardboard is not too bad. It's not too bad. And the insulation from down under is also not too bad. The only thing is you have to be sure that the cardboard's not getting wet when you're sweating and when you're, when there is much steam, and then you maybe wetten up the cardboard and then it's getting uncomfortable and maybe a little bit dangerous. So for the first and the second night it was cool. Great that you joined me in this video. So be surrounded by nice people and watch part 3 and 4. See you next time. Bye bye.